Hello, my name's Steve Peralta. I'm the Chief Content Officer and co-founder at Unmind. And welcome to this Unmind LinkedIn live stream on kindness. So as we know, this week is Mental Health Awareness Week here in the UK. And up until a few weeks ago, the theme was sleep. But in light of the pandemic and the effects it's having on our collective and individual mental health, the organizers decided to change the theme to kindness. When we look at kindness, it really is a win-win situation. We know that kind actions will help others, but the research shows that it has very real benefits on ourselves too. It actually stimulates the reward centers of our brain. It reduces stress, boosts our immune system. It makes us less susceptible to disease, improves our relationships, raises our self-esteem, and essentially makes us happier. So kindness really is one of the key foundations for our mental health as individuals and the collective mental health of us as a society. You know, if we treat ourselves and each other kindly, essentially everyone wins. But we know that this is not often the case, especially during times of stress, struggle, and fear. Now, the chief executive of the Mental Health Foundation, Mark Rowland, said that now more than ever, we need to rediscover kindness in our daily lives. So, you know, the aim of Mental Health Awareness Week, besides celebrating these acts of kindness that we've been witness to over the past weeks and months, it's also to get us thinking and talking about the kind of society that we want to shape as we emerge from this crisis. And ideally, I'm hoping that you would agree that this is a society based on kindness and compassion. Now, I'm not an expert in either of these, but I was lucky enough to have an hour-long conversation with Choden today, about 2 hours ago. Choden's a Buddhist monk, a mindfulness teacher. He's a co-author of a book called Mindful Compassion, which he co-wrote with Professor Paul Gilbert. So he's well placed to comment on these things. And I asked him what society he thought would emerge from this crisis. And he was honest with me. He told me he felt it could go two ways. We could either become a society further driven by things like tribalism and division, fueled by feelings of fear, or a society driven by connectedness and kindness, fueled by feelings of goodwill and love. So when I asked Choden what he felt would define which route we'll take at this almost like metaphorical fork in the road, as it were, he said it would depend on what we as human beings choose to focus on and pay attention to right now. So I guess the questions are, do we choose to notice our differences and focus on the seeming threat that we pose to each other, which is something that might be quite easy for us to do right now? Or do we choose to focus on and notice our similarities amongst each other, on our shared humanity, on our common struggles and our deep desires as human beings, these deep desires that we all share, and look for opportunities to help one another? It's all about what we choose to focus on and pay attention to. And if we do the latter, we'll move towards a kinder, more compassionate society. So I mentioned these deep desires as human beings, and what are they? They essentially the desire to be safe, to be peaceful, to be healthy and happy, to feel acknowledged, fulfilled, but ultimately to be loved. And if we can remind ourselves that we all are connected by this need and desire as a human being, then we can perhaps treat everyone and treat ourselves as we would treat a friend, with a generous, kind spirit. Now, during my chat with Choden earlier today, I asked him how we can cultivate more kindness in our lives. And I asked him how we can develop a kinder spirit, but also express that spirit as kind and compassionate action in the world. Just to differentiate between kindness and compassion here, I asked Choden this as well. And so kindness is a generous, friendly, warm spirit, and compassion is when that kindness meets pain. And so I guess right now we're all experiencing varying degrees of suffering and pain. And so kindness is certainly something that we're all called upon to bring into our lives, for ourselves and for each other. So during the conversation, some of the things that Choden mentioned were that it's a good idea to start with ourselves by being kind to ourselves with our inner talk, speaking to ourselves during challenges and struggles, the same way that we would speak to a friend. This will help us, give us the mental and emotional energy to be able to be kind to others. We often treat ourselves really harshly, with this strong inner critic, but if we can consider ourselves, or at least treat ourselves as a good friend, this will hopefully create a kinder way of relating to ourselves, which then fuels a kinder way of relating to others. So he also spoke of the importance in this regard of our mindset and our intention, and how essentially all of our behaviors stem from our mindset and our intentions. And he said that intentionally cultivating this mindset of kindness and a mindset or an intention to notice our common humanity with others and look for opportunities to be kind, even in the smallest ways, this will lead to us, naturally becoming more kind in the world. So Choden actually thinks that we can train ourselves, train our minds to become kinder, and almost like you would in a gym, train our muscle of kindness by intentionally exercising that kindness muscle. And so we can do this by, small acts of kindness in our day-to-day lives, in the interactions we have with others, be these loved ones, and hopefully even extending out into people that we don't have this natural sort of love and appreciation for, extending it out to strangers even. But Choden felt that we can also do it through meditation. Meditation being a training of the mind. And so with this in mind, kindness meditation can literally be that exercise that, in the gym, it might be lifting a barbell. In this instance, it's an exercise of kindness. It strengthens our mental and emotional capacity to be kind. So with this in mind, I thought I would take us through or end things with a short kindness meditation, similar to the one that Choden has shared with me before. So I invite you to you can close your eyes if you like, but if not, then just to hold a soft gaze in the space in front of you, and just begin by becoming grounded and just relaxing into your body, allowing gravity to do its work, allowing your muscles to relax, just finding a comfortable, grounded, seated position. And just noticing the feeling of the ground beneath you, the ground beneath your feet, and perhaps the chair beneath you. Just allowing your breath to settle and your mind to settle. And you can help your mind do this by becoming attentive or paying attention to the breath. Just staying with the flow of the breath. Noticing the rise of the body as you breathe in, and the falling back down as you breathe out. And if you haven't yet closed your eyes, I do invite you to try that now, as we're going to try a visualization exercise of sorts. And I'd like you just to imagine that you are surrounded by the people you love and the people who love you. So just hold this image in your mind's eye. Imagining that you are with the people that you truly love and care for in this world. And just connect with the feelings of love and feelings of kindness and warmth and a sincere wish for your well-being that your loved ones have for you. Acknowledge that, as well as your sincere feelings of love and kindness and warmth and wishes for their well-being. And just allow these feelings to grow as you continue to breathe in and out. These feelings fueled by your sincere wish for the loved ones in your life to be safe and healthy and happy, as well as their wish for you. Just allow this feeling to grow and imagine these feelings of kindness building and permeating every cell in your body as you continue to breathe in and out. And start to deepen and lengthen your breathing as you hold this visualization of loving kindness, this feeling of loving kindness. I'm going to ask you to imagine that this feeling of loving kindness is entering your heart space as you breathe in. And if it helps, you can even place your hand on the center of your chest, on your heart space. Just imagining that these feelings of love and kindness are entering there as you breathe in, and then going out into the world as you breathe out. Perhaps silently saying to yourself as you do this, as I breathe in, kindness goes in, and as I breathe out, kindness flows out. And just repeating that silently to yourself for a few moments. As I breathe in, kindness goes in, and as I breathe out, kindness flows out. And imagine this loving kindness flowing to the people you love, to the acquaintances you have in your life, to people in your community, to people you don't know, to the entire world, and just connect with the fact that we all share the same basic human needs: to feel safe, to feel acknowledged, and to feel loved. Hold that in your mind as you continue just to say silently to yourself, as I breathe in, kindness goes in, and as I breathe out, kindness flows out. You can let go of that now and just make a quiet commitment to yourself to actually bring this visualization to life by allowing this intention to be kind, to infuse and inform your interactions with people as you go about the rest of your week. As you finish this meditation with a deep breath in through the nose and a long, slow exhale out through the mouth. I'd like you to open your eyes if you haven't yet done so already. And thanks for joining me in this Unmind LinkedIn Live session. So I guess my wish for you would be to be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another. And we'll see you at our next Unmind LinkedIn Live on Friday with my wonderful colleague, Dr. Heather Bolton. So have a good day and we will see you then.